Well, hello, a very good morning to you. It is Sunday. Are you having a great weekend so far? I have to say, I love the title of the show, Lead the Good Life. That's what we want to all do, don't we? Lead the good life. And certainly, I tell you what, with gardening, that is a great way to lead the good life, even if it's just on a weekend. Because gardening is a wonderfully relaxing thing to do. But of course, you need the things to go into your garden. This is the perfect time of the year to be putting things in your garden. But here's the thing. The garden centres actually haven't got a lot of what we are showing you today on this show. So if you are an avid gardener, I suggest that you take a comfy seat and you watch for the next hour with your fingers ready to buy on the website, which I always think is the quickest way to go. You can go on the phone if you want, but the quickest way is by going on the website and simply putting things into your basket and at the end checking out. But seriously, we have got some great stuff here today that is not available in the garden centres at the moment. So you can get ahead of the game, plant before your neighbours, and I'll tell you something else as well. The things that we do have that will either come into those garden centres or things that we have right now that are in garden centres are at lower prices as well. So we have got great prices for you. Now, something else as well, we would love to hear from you. If you email us some photographs of your plants, your gardening achievements, whatever it is, if you email those pictures into us, you can go into a competition where you can win a £20 voucher to spend with us on anything that you want to spend within the gardening range. All you have to do is email us studio@idealworld.tv. Now, I do know a little tiny bit about gardening, but you'll be very probably happy to know that I have got a great gardening expert with me who can guide you through all of the wonderful plants we have today.
Rachel, you look so nice surrounded by all the greenery this morning.
I know, well, I tell you, the smells as well. It's not just looking nice, the smells are fantastic, aren't they?
We've got great flowering plants, grow your own plants, and amazing collections in you. Some real favourites, put some fragrance in the garden, but of everything that we bring, it's easy gardening.
Yes.
And I think that's one of the key words to gardening these days. If I could call a show Easy Gardening Show, this would be the Easy Gardening Show. Whether you have a small garden, a large garden, I think we've got something for everyone.
Well, when I started gardening, when I had my first flat in London, I rang my dad because he's an avid gardener, and I just said to him, right, you know that I can kill everything. I can even kill spider plants. So I said, I need...
Just put them in a pot of water.
So I said, I've even done that. So I said, I need things that are easy because it is true. And so you can, and I actually did have a blooming garden for a while, and you can get some easy plants to work with, and we've got all those here on the show. That's important.
We've got flowering plants that I was in the garden centres this week and really struggled to find some flowering plants. We've got some plants to get you started early in the system, early in the season, before the garden centres get those plants in, which means they get established in your garden, which means longer flowering. So keep watching because we've got some lovely plants.
Well, should we have a look?
Yep.
Let's have a look at what's coming up on the show today. We're going to take you through a little sneaky preview here. So first of all, we have got the hibiscus collection, 3 bare root varieties there, sugared almonds, Turkish delight and mint cream. I just like the names, never mind the actual pictures there and what you're getting. But you are getting great value on everything today, including this. You're saving 20%. It's £15 and 18 pence there for the 3 bare root varieties. Now, the next thing we have for you, I love these. Now, I look a good old blueberry me, but this is a pink berry fruit, pink lemonade, 3 times by 9 centimetre pots. £17 and 99 pence, a saving of 33%. Angela, when she was going through these prices with me earlier, was going, amazing value. She was so beyond herself with excitement. So there you are, those are beautiful. Strawberries, who doesn't love a strawberry? Now, I have to say, they don't look like strawberries, they look like strawberries. That was the before and after there. Now, these are half the price, £9 and 99 pence. I love strawberries. At the moment, if you go to supermarkets, they seem to be coming from places like Egypt. And when they get to us, they are 3 times the size and taste of nothing but water. Not great. These are going to give you beautiful, fresh strawberries from your garden. Absolutely gorgeous. Strawberry, irresistible, 20 bare root runners there for £9.99, saving half the price there. If you're seeing anything you want so far, you can start shopping straight away by popping these things into your basket. Idealworld.tv is where you need to go on the web. Now, this is your barbecue herb collection. It includes rosemary, sage, thyme and oregano in a 1 litre pot. I was just about to start singing a song and my producer was doing the same thing in my ear. How funny is that? £16 and 99 pence. You are saving £13 on this collection. And I've grown herbs and they are fantastic because they're there when you need them, not in those little silly plastic bags that you buy from the supermarkets that are really expensive, like £2 a bag. These are fabulous because, of course, these are just going to grow and grow and grow. You can be like Jamie Oliver in your garden, just not with a multi-million-pound mansion, but maybe a nice little pot of herbs. Okay, 339756 is your next item number for your other kitchen herb collection, which includes chives, mint, parsley and basil in a 1 litre pot. So you just have to decide which is the right one for you. I use basil in everything. I do a lot of Italian cooking, and basil is in everything. £16.99. Can I just alert your attention to those savings? A saving of £13 on these, which is incredible. 09056 48 48 48 is the number to dial, or you can shop online, idealworld.tv. Now, let's have a look at the next thing for you coming up on the show. Treff Twin Pack, very important that you get really good quality compost rather. This is your Twin Pack, £20 for all of that, for those 2 bags, £20, 2 big bags. And I think you're going to see more of this in the second hour of this gardening show, actually. Do make sure you keep watching the second hour because there's all sorts of gardening things going on in that show as well. Now, this is great. Incredibloom. This is just basically, do you know, it's like your NutriBullet for your plants. It's like it's giving them that extra vitamins, those extra minerals and essentials. And if you want your plants super sized, super coloured, then this is what you need to get. 400% more flowers. Get your neighbours super envious by using Incredibloom. £12.99. 339340 is your item number for the Incredibloom. That's also on the website right now, available for you to buy. Oh, look at these wonderful, pretty colours. Count them, 40. A pack of 40 mixed bedding plants. This is where Angela was really quite excited. Saving £17, £22.99. That is that 57 pence per plant. Wowzers. Now, if you go to a garden centre, you're paying probably £2, £3, £4, £5 for a plant. That's just silly, isn't it? That's amazing. Amazing value. 339968 for that pack of 40 mixed bedding plants, and they're going to give you this wonderful colour, this variety of smells and fragrances and colour in your garden. Absolutely gorgeous. Talking about colour, well, how about a 24 plant collection? These are for trailing plants, brand new today here at Ideal World. 340008 is your item number. Look at that. Look at that explosion of colour that you could be seeing as you walk through your front door or up your garden path. It's all about just creating that colour in your garden. And you know, it's easy to do. It is easy to do. These are all easy grow plants. And it is amazing actually how quickly they pop through, and then that's it. It just transforms your garden space. If you're going to be sitting out there in the spring and the summer months, you want to look at something, you want to smell something, and these plants are going to give you all of that. $16.99, a saving of 32% on those. 340008. Okay, let's have a look at our next item for you now. 160 bare roots for all of this everlasting perennial collection. Everlasting? You're spending $34.99 for something which is everlasting. That's very good value to me. It's a good investment, isn't it, for your garden? And that works out at 21 pence per bare root. If you would like to buy anything, pick up the phone, give us a call. But I would go on the website if I were you. The website is always quicker than the phone. Believe me, if you go on the phone, some people get frustrated because they're sort of sitting there waiting. It's just easier to go onto the website and you can see all the pictures and you can see the varieties and you can shop literally on the website as you go. So idealworld.tv. I've just heard the hibiscus is in the lead at the moment. That was the first one we talked about, and that is the favourite at the moment. People loving the older hibiscus there. But you haven't seen the Deluxe Pinks collection yet. Oh, no, you haven't. So just hold on there. Don't check out your baskets. Right, Angela, here we are. Oh, just picked up. Can I just say these are... Now, from a gardener, these are the... Look at these.
They're my glasses.
I noticed these today when I saw you, and I thought, bless you, you're a gardener, you've got your flowery glasses. I love that.
Right. A present from my sister. Thank you, sister.
Okay.
What a lovely show. And, you know, we're starting with one of my all-time favourites. Pinks have to be one of the easiest, most rewarding flowering plants to grow in your garden.
Yeah.
They are fragrant. They're a gardener's favourite because they are so hardy. They will put up with all weathers, in all climates. They are evergreen. So they keep it's a sort of a grey-green foliage as it establishes in your garden, but they keep their foliage all through the year. They're happy in rockeries, they're happy in beds, they're happy in pots. And what do they produce? They produce these carnation-like flowers that have a mixture of fragrances, that like clove-like fragrances, and they're so pretty. They have these layered, almost pinked edges to them with the different colours in the centres, and they make lovely posies as cut flowers. So easy to grow. Across the country, if you've never grown a flowering plant and you'd want one that's going to make you look good, this is the one to get. And they are often used, for instance, in flower shows as award-winning varieties because growers find that these work so well in the UK that they use them for presenting to flower shows. So if you want to have an easy to grow but very rewarding and established in the names of gardeners, we recognise a pink and go, you know what, planted in your garden, it's reliable, it's going to look good, and it will last you for years. So it comes back year after year. That's the quality of the plants you're getting. Look at these. I'm so happy that we've got these for you.
They do look great.
And the price is ridiculous.
Well, I have to say, you know, when I had that garden in London, I don't do much gardening now, but I did in London for a year. I was really quite passionate about it, and so I did go to lots of garden centres. You know, I even saw things in petrol stations. Never buy anything from a petrol station, but it's amazing those places do sell little pot plants and things. And you look at them, they're so sad. They look so malnourished. These, you can see the spring in them. You can see the life in them. You can see the green.
You can. Now these come to you. This is an interesting one, Rachel, because these come to you not from us. We don't have them stuck in a warehouse somewhere at Ideal World. They actually come direct to you from the nursery, from the growers, packed in mini greenhouses, delivered straight to your door.
Yes.
So they arrive nursery fresh. They arrive ready for you to plant. Now, if you are in the top of Scotland and you don't feel that the weather's reliable enough to plant outside at the moment, nothing to stop you plant these up into 9-centimetre pots, keep them on a windowsill until you want to venture out into your garden. But whether you plant these in rockeries, in beds, in pots, in borders, you're going to be rewarded by, look at these colours, bicolours, these beautiful, frilly, fragrant peaches, yellows, pinks, purples, whites and purples. And we know that they successfully grow in the UK. Give them a try and just have easy, rewarding gardening. And if you come down to our window box down here, just see all of these lovely flowers could be growing in your garden for years to come. Rachel, this is your sort of gardening, because once they're planted, you know what?
That's it. You just leave them.
Just leave them. They will multiply, they'll look good, and they're fragrant.
Yes.
I love them.
They are very pretty, aren't they? And the smell is as important as the colour, because when you're in your garden, that's what I loved about my garden in London, is that the smells are, you could just sit there and there's a very relaxing feeling when you're surrounded by all this lovely colour and these smells. 10% of these have gone already, Angela. 10%.
Well, and again, you know what we said earlier, Rachel, about getting ahead in your garden? By getting these now, if you are going to plant them into pots or plant them into larger pots and keep them just away from the last frosts. So I would say end of April, you're absolutely sure that it's okay to put them out into your garden. But once they're established in your garden, they're totally hardy. They will come back year after year. They will produce more and more flowers. And they're evergreen, so they don't lose their green growth, which is really important if we want our gardens to keep looking good. But the fragrance makes them also ideal to bring in for posies in your kitchen, in your living room, as cut flowers.
Absolutely brilliant. Well, 10% of that stock is gone, so you are loving those. Something else as well, I just wanted to point out, this is a great little book. If you are buying today, pop this into your basket because it's only $3.99. Now, free postage with this as well if you are buying it with any of the plants today on the show. And I think if you've got a mom who's really into her gardening, this could be a lovely little Mother's Day, you know, extra inclusive gift there. It's a great book though, isn't it? Full of gardening tips.
I always think the gardeners have a sense of humour, and I don't know if it's just because I do, but there's some quite funny ones in here as well, but there's some really useful ones. I sort of tried to get a couple just to say the things that you might know. How do you get rid of dandelions in your lawn?
Yes.
Well, you could dig them up.
Oh, do you?
You could dig them up. But what if you use something in your kitchen? You might be able to get rid of them. It says here, a little table salt poured in the centre of the plant will get rid of that pesky dandelion on your lawn.
I never knew that.
Yep. that's there. But there's lots of tricks and ideas. There's one that says, you know, when you get like a lemonade bottle and you've had the drink, cut it in half, and that makes a great cloche to put on top of young plants when they're growing. You can even poke a couple of holes in it. Really useful. Lots of ideas. But I like the idea as well. I don't know if we can do this for plants, but if you could send plants to somebody for Mother's Day, you could like order them. Can you get them delivered to somebody else?
Yes.
So that would be nice.
Yes,
if there's
you
anything
can.
on the show that you see
You can do
and
that.
you want to send them, that's a lovely idea, especially
That is
some of the
lovely.
plants like the one coming next.
Yes. Pop that into your basket. Send that as well, along with the plants. That is a perfect gift, I think, for Mother's Day for anybody who's into their gardening. I feel like David Bellamy here, looking through all these. Right. I'm just wondering where you get. There you are. You see me. Hibiscus. Now already we haven't even come to it. 10% of this stock is sold out, just in me mentioning it at the top of the show there and showing you the pictures. So why, Angela, are people going crazy for the hibiscus?
Well,
Who knew?
What's lovely about hibiscus is it's becoming well known that this now survives very, very well in the UK in our gardens. These beautiful double-flowered hibiscus are totally hardy. So they're hardy to about -15, -20. So to you lovely people living up in the Hebrides, you can grow these in your garden. So they produce bountiful amounts of these flowers. By year 3, you should be getting up to about 100 flowers per plant.
Wow, that's amazing.
So they establish in your
isn't it?
garden, they grow quickly, and we've got 3 lovely varieties. So if you have a look, the first one is called Sugared Almond. It's got a purpley tinge, those lovely, they grow to about 8 centimetres, those flowers, so they're a nice size, but they are the layered variety, so you really get a full flower, which will give you a really good impact. The next one, Mint Cream. Now, again, really long flowering. It's going to start flowering for you this year, but year after year, it just gets bigger and better and produces more and more flowers. And the last one, look at that.
That's magnificent,
Absolutely
isn't it?
beautiful. Now, I love this as a chocolate, but I also love to see it in flower. It's called Turkish Delight. So, mouth-wateringly beautiful. But those 3 varieties complement each other, and I just think we like to grow in 3s. Imagine those 3 growing together. But I'll give you a clue. Have you got somewhere, sometimes in the front of your garden, you end up with a wall area or an L-shaped area, and then it's very hard to grow something in a corner. This is a perfect corner plant because over the years they can grow as tall as you let them grow. And if you see how it arrives as a shrub, and these are already coming into bud. You can see them here. This is already an established size. So this is already going to start to grow and green straight from now. It's not a small, tiny, insignificant plant. It comes as a bare root, which means it's been freshly lifted from the growers. And to save you money, which is why that ridiculous price is on the screen, all you need to do is give it a drink of water when you get it, put it into a bucket, you leave it overnight until you're ready to plant it out, and then plant it into the ground. And these have been kept in cold store, so they're not scared of cold temperatures. Plant them into the ground and they're happy in a sunny spot. As I said, they're not really too fussy once they're established. A corner of a garden, and they will fill it with flowers for years to come.
Fabulous. You see, and just so easy. It's all the hard work has been done for you in that kind of initial growing. And as I say, these are coming from nurseries, so you're getting the best quality that you can possibly get. You pop them into your garden and away you go. And that ridiculous, I love the way she was so passionate there, Angela, that ridiculous
It is
price.
a ridiculous price. One of these potted up, would I expect to get for that price?
Yeah.
In a garden centre, exactly the same size, I would expect to pay that for one potted on.
Yeah.
And we think of hibiscus as a tropical plant, and it's lovely to know we can grow these in the UK.
Yes, lovely. Well, approaching 20% of that stock. I think it's that price. A saving of 20%, £15 and 18 pence is absolutely amazing, amazing value. So yeah, 20%. Now let's have a look at the pink berries. I love these because I love a good blueberry, and but these are on a whole nother level. Can you eat these then?
You can, and what's lovely about
I thought they were just kind of pretty as they were.
No, it's the world's first pink blueberry.
That is fabulous. Reminds me of sort of pink champagne or something. That's brilliant.
Well, what's lovely is you can actually make pink lemonade from this.
Yes.
You could do, sort of juice it. But what's great about it is it has all the features of a blueberry. So all the antioxidants, all the goodness that we expect from blueberries. But it's a pink variety, so it's a talking point. And gardeners love to have new, different and unusual. And the breeders have produced this fruit that it comes out, when it first flowers, it has these really pretty flowers, and people forget that a lot of fruiting plants have beautiful flowers. This has bell-shaped flowers. When the flowers set, the first fruits are green, then they go to a whitey pink, and then over the season, they turn to this lovely berry pink, which you can start eating from about August onwards.
Wow, imagine that.
3 plants. Now, they don't really need to have a pollinator with them, but by having 3, you guarantee almost their pollination. So again, in terms of value, I don't want to use the word ridiculous again, but it is great value. You've got 3 ready to grow plants.
£6 a plant, it works out. Yep.
Very happy in pots. Now, I don't know everybody's soil, and blueberries are really happier in an ericaceous soil or an acid-loving soil. So if you are concerned about your soil type, plant these into a pot. They will be really rewarding because, years to come, and I'm not talking about just this year, years to come, you will have had your money back because these produce fruit that, to me, I get a tiny punnet of blueberries every day, and every day the price changes. Why? And they don't taste as good as the ones that you grow in your garden.
And those punnets of blueberries are about £3 or £4 for a punnet, and here you're spending £6 on a plant that is just going to give you them punnet after punnet after punnet.
Put them into muffins and tell people they're pinkberry muffins, because this is what gardening is all about. Growing new, growing unusual, and if you are buying 3 and you only want 1 for yourself, you've got 2 prezzies to give someone else.
I tell you what, if you were raising money for breast cancer funds, that's what you need. The pink berries. That would
you've
be
made
amazing.
all my hair stand on end, Rachel. That's so nice.
I'm not going to take credit for that one. That was my lovely producer, Evie, who said that in my ear. But she was right. She was right. Made me kind of go, that's a lovely idea.
It is. It's a lovely idea. That's what gardening's about. And whether you have an allotment, whether you have a small patio garden or a large garden, growing something new and different, but that's good for us, and the flavour when you grow your own, there is nothing like it.
Nothing like it. Well, talking about nothing like growing your own and eating, potatoes! Because, can I just tell you, so we'd be eating, if we potted these now, we'd be eating these in about May, would we?
Yes, you would.
Oh, now look at that. Mint potatoes with your lamb. Oh, nice. And I'm just thinking, if you watch kitchen shows, I'm always eating. I love food. And I grew my own potatoes. My dad made a little vegetable patch for my daughter because she wouldn't eat lettuce. So I thought, right, if she grows her own lettuce, she'll eat it. And guess what? She did. She grew the lettuce, started eating lettuce. So we grew potatoes and carrots and things like that. And they were delicious.
The flavour is so much better, isn't it?
You just think, how can this be?
But you grew them in the ground.
Yes.
So you had digging.
Yes.
And you had to keep an eye on them.
Yes, I certainly did. Slugs and all that.
What if I said to you, we have a tried and tested way of growing more potatoes in a much smaller space? Now, a lot of trials have been done on this, and I'm not allowed to say things on TV that aren't true. But the growers have come up with an ingenious way of growing potatoes, and they've given us in this collection 3 different varieties. You get 5 of each variety, and they all produce what we would call a new potato, but a variety that you can boil, you can roast, you can have on salads, you can have, I'm not talking about food, but you get the picture. But they're going to give you 15 grow bags. Now, this is a new way.
15 for your £12.48?
Yep.
That's a lot.
What is great is that you have these grow bags, which make it so easy for you to grow your potatoes. You put a litre of compost inside. You take one of the potatoes. Now, this could be one of the 3 varieties. You've got Rocket, Charlotte and Maris Pear. You just place it into the compost, and probably about 1.5 inches deep, and then cover it with compost. As you can see, you've got the little chitted shoots that are coming through there. They're pointing upwards. They will start to grow, and all you need to do is water it. You don't need to recover it with compost. This is a new way of growing potatoes, and I'll give you a couple of reasons why it's been so successful. What the growers find is, number one, a black container takes in the warmth of the sun, holds the heat in, and aids the growth. They found that by taking one potato, it's not competing with the others for space, and therefore it produces lots and lots of potatoes. In this area here, you can expect to get, I don't know, 20, 30 potatoes growing out of here, but they're smaller varieties. They're renowned for flavour, which means you can stagger how you grow them. So when you get your potatoes home, you can sit these on a windowsill and they can sit there for weeks, chitting away. They start to get these little growths on them and they end up getting a little bit shriveled. Don't worry about it. That's absolutely fine. So if you staggered every 2 weeks planting your potatoes, then every 2 weeks later you'd be cropping them. So you choose when you put, but I would sort of say that you've got your first ones that you want to get planted is rocket. So rocket is exactly what it says. It's in a hurry. It's an early, it wants to get cropping for you in about 8 to 10 weeks. So plant them first, maybe plant those 5, put them into bags. Maybe if you've got family members, they could have a bag each to water. But it's the best way for families to get into growing potatoes in the smallest space, but getting the most potatoes back.
Yes.
And again, in terms of value, I'd do your homework, but I think here you've got 3 well-known varieties, and Charlotte, the middle variety, was voted by Which customers as the most reliable, most heavy cropping and tastiest variety that you can buy. So we're giving you varieties that are tried and tested here, grow them anywhere in the UK. If you've never grown potatoes, this has to be the easiest way.
And you know, I think if you've got children, buy this and have, if you're buying nothing else today, buy those and grow these with the kids, because my daughter loves growing vegetables and this is great fun and you'll get success as well. So
right,
fantastic.
Rachel. I went into a school and I asked the children, where do chips come from? Where do crisps come from? And I'd be disappointed to tell you that they didn't all know they grow in the ground. So this is a great way of educating. You're quite right, they didn't know they grow in the ground, and there were a lot of blank faces. So that's part of my job, to educate, but if you love your food, get growing. Grow your own is tasty.
Brilliant. Great value as well. How many bags? 15.
You
15 bags for £12.48.
Which is pounds of potatoes, happy growing.
That's incredible.
Incredible. Even test it. Give it a try and see
Yeah.
how successful growing them this way is.
Yeah.
But I think ingenious, and they have had huge trials on these with amazing success.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Put those into your shopping basket today if you are buying with us on the website, www.idealworld.tv, or pick up the phone and give us a call, 09056 48 48 48. OK, now let's have a look at these. This looks like a garlic bulb to me, but it's not a garlic bulb. Tree Lily collection, 18 bulbs in total for £19.99. You're saving 20% there. And this was the best seller for 2014.
Well, not surprising, because you got a flower that is going to come back year in, year out in your garden and gets taller and ultimately reaches about 6 foot. Tree lilies are amazing. In America, they call this bulbzilla.
Right.
And the reason is it's a giant bulb that produces beautiful, tall, elegant, fragrant lilies in your garden with no work. And again, this is all about easy gardening. We said it could be easy gardening. You've got 3 varieties, and each of them do the same thing. They produce very tall stems that, when planted into the ground, in the first year they'll grow to about 4 foot, and you'll get probably up to about 10 flowers, but 5 to 10 flowers per stem. Each year you get more and more, and those flower heads can be as much as a small dinner plate size.
Wow.
So they
are beautiful.
fragrant.
People love lilies, don't they? They love them.
Just look at this picture. That's a wall that's not too interesting. But with that lovely tree lily, that is a normal sized lady. She's not one of the borrowers. But you can see that she's got the flowers at the fragrance near where she is.
Yes.
But also, there's nothing staking that lily, because they grow extremely
that
thick
strong.
stems. So they're self-supporting, they're very fragrant, they grow 4 foot the first year, 5 foot the second year, and up to 6 foot the third year.
That's
they don't keep
incredible.
growing.
That's incredible.
They're great for against a wall, they're great for if you've got a fence area, lovely for growing in pots, and so fragrant. They're really rewarding.
And they're that strong, they just literally grow on their own without having to, because that's another thing as well when you're gardening, it's like buying those stems and things, and then you have to buy new ones and tie them, and you don't have to do any of that.
No, these really have really lovely strong stems, which makes them great. Also, just to let you know, at the end of the growing season, so these are going to flower through the late summer months, And then, so you've enjoyed all that height and fragrance. Let them die back down naturally, and all that goodness goes up back into the bulb. It doesn't matter where you live in the UK, whether you're Scotland, whether you're down in the south, you can leave these in the ground over the winter, and next year they'll multiply. So every year you get more and more and better displays, and you will be sending in your photos. I mean, one of the things I did as well was I planted some and gave some to a friend and didn't tell her what they were. And as they grew, she said, "Oh my God, I've done an amazing job with those lilies you gave me. They're just growing so big." And I didn't like to tell her that they were a variety.
They were.
She thought she'd done some amazing trick.
Yeah.
But, you know, a bit of guerrilla gardening never hurts.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's lovely. I like those. I like those very much. This is my favourite table at the moment, I think. I'm liking the potatoes. I'm liking the lilies.
I think you're going shopping, Rachel.
I think I am going shopping. I'm going to get back into it. I'm going to get back into my gardening. It's time. OK, pick up the phone, give us a call. I'll go on the web. I would say go onto the web because it's the quickest way to order and it's really easy. You know, www.idealworld.tv. Just get things in your basket, click, and that's it. You're on your way. And of course, you can look at all the different varieties on the website and the colours, and then you can choose what you want. Now, something I personally love are strawberries. But I got to say, I mean, this is a real strawberry. At the moment, you know, you get them from the supermarket, and at this time of the year, they are imported from other places. I've had some that have come from Egypt. My friend actually refuses to buy them because she thinks it's immoral to buy all these things from, you know, so far away. But they come from Egypt. But some of them are like twice the size of this strawberry. And they have got lots of water in them. They taste of nothing. And you can get from South Africa and other places as well. But they're certainly not as good as when you get them from the ground. And you can grow these yourself.
If you've been, I mean, especially we're very lucky around Cambridgeshire. There are a lot of places that grow the strawberries. And I'm lucky enough to have gone to the fruit trials in Westmoreland, and I've tasted these plants as they've gone through their trials. So for years they're trialled and tested, but this irresistible variety, is actually been trialled for supermarkets and for commercial use. And to get varieties that have gone through the vigorous testing, you know they're going to be reliable. This is the best way, believe it or not, for you to buy strawberries at this time of year, because I know it looks very strange and you're thinking, well, that looks like a dead plant. It's actually not. This is kept in cold store. This is how, as I said to you, all the true growers, and if you go to any of the grow your own, pick your own strawberries, this is how they all start. They're kept in cold store so that all the goodness is preserved in the plant and the plant sleeps during winter. They then lift them so that you can plant them. You can plant these into pots, into the ground, into hanging baskets, into troughs, into window boxes. You can trail them. But because they're already in bud and because they're not planted into a pot, you're not paying that £1.50 or more that you could be paying when you go to buy them in a garden centre. And, my mouth's watering, you said about flavour. The flavour that you get when you grow your own is so different.
Yes.
So to get 20 of a commercially bred variety ready to grow in your garden straight away, and these are happy to be left in the ground 3-4 years, they will continue to produce strawberries. So how about money back?
Exactly. I know, £9.99. So you're saving 50%. That's I mean, a punnet of strawberries is £4 or £5 in the supermarket, and like I said, they're tasteless. So £10 is ridiculous.
So this really will pay you back. And again, if you want to grow them higher, put them into a raised planter, put them into even a hanging basket. Wherever you grow them, these are going to be easy gardening, but the pounds of fruit you get from the Irresistible make it worth investing now.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of time and enjoy cropping.
When would you get the strawberries if you planted them now?
You will get them around June, July time.
Oh, Wimbledon time.
Perfect summer fruiting. So and I can smell them here. When you smell them in your garden, they're just lovely. And pop a few in your hanging baskets as well. Mix them in with your flowers, because it's a great way of picking fruit. And you know, we're getting more creative in our gardening.
Yeah.
Now we're getting easy too, because in a garden centre you don't find these easily available.
No.
But from us, straight to the growers to you.
Brilliant, brilliant. Don't forget that with all of your plants that we're talking about today, you need some really good compost. I keep calling it compost. That's twice as a compass. And you've got treff here. So you've got 2 bags of the treff there for £20, a saving of 23%, which is great value. 303313 is your item number, and that's going to make sure that everything grows absolutely beautiful. Don't forget as well, if you want to get 400% more flowers, you need your Incredibloom. This is like your NutriBullet for your plants and your flowers. It's just giving your flowers that extra boost, those extra vitamins and minerals and nutrients that those plants need to grow to their best ability. So if you are going to do some shopping today, definitely get the Incredibloom. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to give your flowers the best fighting chance that they have? 339340 is your item number, £12.99. That's a great present, I think, actually, for gardeners, the Incredibloom. A really good present. And look at this. This is fabulous. A before, or without, rather. And then you can see on the other side with. Look at that. Look at the difference in the size, the quality. Just gorgeous. Look at the pansies. So no Incredibloom and with Incredibloom. And look at how they just have blossomed, and you've got more flowers and much bigger as well. Absolutely beautiful. So that's 339340. At first I thought this was a bar of chocolate that's coming up, but no. I thought, oh, I'm a bit hungry, a bit peckish. So this is actually an early growing set. Now, why is this so good, Angela? Because £4.99 seems incredibly small to me, as particularly when you look at what you're getting there.
Well, it is. It's a great way to grow on young plants. So at this time of year, we're thinking about seeds, thinking about young plants. You've got a watering tray underneath to hold the water in. Underneath those pots, you've also got a capillary matting that holds the water there, circulates it around the plants, and actually waters them from underneath, which is the grower's way of watering young plants. So commercial way to grow young plants, divided into 2 20 pot cells, which means it's easy for you to move around. And we've got some really great summer bedding plants coming up that you may want to pop in these a bit later in the show. So whether you've got seeds or young plants, that's a great price for 40 pots as well.
It is £4.99. Once again, why wouldn't you put those into your basket today? Make sure that you multi-order today.
I'm going to get you a sign. Why wouldn't you?
I know, why wouldn't you? But that is the question. Why wouldn't you buy all those things? I say that in a lot of shows, you know. Why wouldn't you? Because it just makes sense to me. When you see prices like that, you have to go for it. Now, we had to come back to the hibiscus because a quarter of the stock has now gone since we launched it only 40 minutes ago or so. So a quarter of the stock. Why are people loving their hibiscus?
Well, I think because traditionally hibiscus is thought of as a tropical flower, and if you've been on holidays, you might have seen the hibiscus with the single leaves that had the long proboscis, long stamens in the middle. But this is the double flowered variety. So you've got layers of petals here. You've got 3 glorious colours. You've got that gorgeous Turkish Delight. You've got the really lovely sugared almond, which is a purpley tinge, and you've got the white mint cream. So each one of these comes to you as a shrub, already grown on for you. Now these really have got multiple stems to them, already in bud, ready for you to plant out. And because they're totally hardy, they're hardy to about between -15 to -20. Now that is extreme temperatures. Not likely to be any problem whether you're in Scotland or the south of England. They're quite drought tolerant as well, so they're perfect for a nasty corner of your garden or an edge of your garden, because over the years these will grow as tall as you let them, really. They can grow 2 metres, 2.5 metres tall, which is a lovely size. And over the years, I mean, I would say up to about year 3, you will have at least 100 flowers on each plant. They're late summer flowering. And also, they flower slightly different times. You've got 3 different colours. They are 3 different varieties. So with, for instance, the mint cream, if it hasn't come into a flower or it looks slower to grow, sometimes it takes till about May before they really get their engines going. Don't worry. They are absolutely fine. And you can see how healthy that these are. This one's not even planted.
And it's trying,
and it's already
isn't it?
coming through.
Yeah, it's trying. 30% of the stock has now gone, Angela. 30%.
Can I just take one out,
Yeah.
just so you can see? It comes to you as a bare root. Now, that means that it isn't in compost. It's been kept in cold store, absolutely ready for you to plant now. Pop it into some water, let it have a drink until you're ready to plant it into your garden. Then just plant it up to where the stems start. And happy days.
This sounds
Just
very
stand
easy to
back.
me.
This is easy gardening.
I like easy.
But gorgeous flowers.
Gorgeous results at the end.
Lovely, easy garden. And year after year will just get bigger and become a feature. So maybe put one in the front of your garden, 2 behind, wherever you plant them. Very little maintenance and very rewarding, the amount of colour and flowers. And as I said, all 3 varieties are
These
doubles.
things we're showing at the moment, Angela, I know you said to me that some things weren't available in garden centres. Are these available in garden centres?
Well, you see, you might find them later on in the season, but you won't find bare roots.
No, so there you go.
Because what this also is, you're getting behind the scenes. So you're going to the growers and you're saying, before you plant that up into a pot and sell it to a garden centre at a premium, because garden centres have to care for them in pots. You're paying for the potting, you're paying for the care, you're paying for the compost. Not here.
No.
Here, you're coming straight to the growers and you're buying it directly without all that cost.
Excellent. Well, a third of that stock has gone already, so that's making a lot of sense what you're saying there, Angela, to people. They are shopping this morning. I think people have saw those lovely the 17 degrees of temperature yesterday and thought, yes, time to get out there in the gardens. Come on, the spring is here. It's coming. Summer's just around the corner. Now, we want your pictures. Make sure you send them in to us, studio@idealworld.tv. Now, if you send in a photo of your fabulous creation, your grown borders, baskets or fruit from 2014 and 15, you can be in with a chance of getting a £20 voucher to spend on this lovely show, on shows in the future. Lead the Good Life, where you can buy some great flowers, flowers and plants. Send in now to studio@idealworld.tv and you could be in the chance of winning that. Now, I've had some great pictures from you. Thank you very much. Now, this is from Anthony, who sent this to us. They're beautiful.
Oh, lovely petunias. Anthony, thank you for those amazing pictures. They have been beautifully grown.
Yes. And Anthony also sent us some more pictures as well. And you can see there next to the greenhouse. What are they then?
Lovely. Without my glasses, I can't see, but it's looking very, very healthy. There's beautiful roses on the right-hand side.
Yes, gorgeous. Okay, and then we've got Carol, who has sent in this. Isn't that pretty?
That's her easy fill stand.
Yes.
And again, it looks like we've got petunias on there. Keep watching, because we've got some petunias coming up in the show as well.
Yes, and then we've got Jackie as well. Oh, this is
magnificent.
magnificent.
Oh my goodness, these are feature gardens. Look at that easy fill stand. Jackie, well done. That is amazing. Your gardens are brilliant.
Yes, and then we've got Lorraine as well, Lorraine Jones, who has sent this in. Now
Lily Queen.
That's
Lily
just
Queen.
A cacophony of colours. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
That is so nice. Isn't that encouraging when you see all that colour? It's where we're heading as gardeners.
Yes.
And where we're heading back here is into food.
Yes, strawberries. We like that.
Lovely, lovely variety. Irresistible, is easy to grow, and the fruit that comes out of these, you're going to get fruit for 3-4 years from one planting. So you're getting your money back from planting them. And don't be scared. This is a great way of buying your strawberries. They come as a bare root. Just separate the roots out a bit when you plant them up. Maybe give them a bit of a drink of water. They are used to being in cold stores, so they don't mind the cold weather. And just find the best way to grow them for you. I like to grow them high up so that they trail and then they don't get slugs. So I'd love to see them in hanging baskets, wall planters, over the sides of troughs, but you can plant them in the ground as well. Each one of these will produce for you pounds of strawberries. And the smell and the taste, we know these are commercial variety. We know they're used by growers for supermarkets to produce bountiful crops.
Yes.
So again, we've gone behind the scenes. We're getting these to you so that you can have the opportunity to grow them yourselves.
Yes, and get wonderful strawberries year after year.
This is the most money-saving way to buy them. You will expect to find, now I have seen them starting to come into the garden centres, and nothing's under £1 per plant.
No,
nothing.
And you're saving 50% on the price. It's £9.99, and I just think a punnet of strawberries is about £5. So you're buying so much here for your money if you're going to grow them yourself, and you're going to get them with some amazing flavours, and then you can make things like that. Oh, I'm so tempted to pick up one of those and eat it, but you never know how long things have been out in the studio.
Well, Rach, the thing is, when you grow your own, you do end up with friends and family sharing. You end up making jam. You end up extending your kitchen life. But also, you can just pop outside your back door and pick one of these lovely strawberries out of your hanging basket. Plant them everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, she's gone for it.
I've stood here, and when you get
that wasn't the one on the floor, was it? No.
When you get that You know the 2-second rule, don't you?
Yeah, it says to be about 2 minutes. No, it's still on the floor, don't worry, it's still down there. Now, we did see some lovely pictures there, didn't we? We have some hanging baskets, and we, of course, have got baskets on the show for you. Now, if you would like to buy yourself some wonderful hanging baskets, these are great. You've got your 4 times by 14-inch easy fill hanging baskets there, 4 watering fountains, and 4 easy turn hooks. £19.99 for the lot, and that is great value. They are so easy to grow plants in there because of the watering system there, and because of you know, how you can pot them up as well. They're not going to fall around as you're trying to pot them up. You've got that flat base there to work with. So, and the unique watering system there as well. Look like little sort of worms there with heads on the floor, but they're not. They're the watering system, and they are fabulous. This is a very nice house, I have to say, with lots of lovely, lovely hanging baskets, and the hanging baskets really do change the look of the house.
Yes, that's Brian's house in Tamworth. I was lucky enough to go up there and make that film in his stables. Unfortunately, Brian's no longer with us, but his lovely family were happy for us to keep the memory of his passion for the easy fill baskets going. And he always says it's true, where's the basket gone? The baskets have disappeared. So if you want to grow flowers like that, we've got flowers like that on the show. The baskets are here, and you can have these 360-degree balls of colour growing in your garden with
Lovely.
Petunias, fuchsias, busy lizzies, begonias. It doesn't matter what you grow in them. It's a trialed and tested way of getting beautiful success year after year, because you can reuse the baskets year after year.
And they're going to give you great joy, aren't they? And the smells and the colours. They really do change the look and the appearance of your house and your garden.
They do, and also he hasn't just planted them outside his front house. He's got them all along the eaves underneath the low part where the low part of the roof was. So that's another idea, that you can just decorate the outside of garages, sheds and garden with your hanging baskets.
And they're really clever, those hanging baskets. £19.99 there for the 4, including the watering systems. OK, I think we're starting there, aren't we, these ones? Now, these are 160 bare roots, everlasting perennials for you at a great price again, £34.99. Now, once again, why? Why, Angela?
Well,
why?
I mean, number one, you see that number, and that might scare you, and you might think 160 plants, I don't want them, it's too many. But these are all a variety, a mix of hardy plants that some of them come as corms, some of them come as tubers, some of them come as a bare root. Each one of them produces a colourful display of different heights in your garden. So they are a mix of varieties, whether or not that's like that lovely liatris you can see there. You've got the lupins down below, which are lovely, tall, majestic flowers. You've got hollyhocks, gypsophilia. You've got so many varieties in these that, I don't know if I can show you these very carefully. Oops, there's the liatris. Sorry, I thought you could see the liatris up before. But you've got lots of different varieties, and why they're so important is they produce colour in your garden year after year. They fill in beds and borders really well, but they attract bees and butterflies to your garden. So when you're having grow your own, you want to have as many country garden favourites in your garden as you can to keep the ecology going. If we don't, you know, your next generations might even struggle to get a cup of coffee if we don't look after our bees and butterflies. Echinacea, one of the best ways to keep the nature going in your garden. And again, lovely mixture of heights. They all come clearly labelled, so you'll know which varieties they are. All easy to grow and all totally hardy for the UK. So you just plant them in the ground and leave them.
Yeah, lovely. And, you know, I'm loving the gardening advice today. And I would say to you that if you are, you know, just watching this programme today and you are thinking about gardening, all these things are really easy to grow. And because the hard work is kind of done for you to make sure that they are ready, you just literally plant them and water them and watch them bloom.
Yeah,
it's as easy as that. Just find a corner, find a pot.
I mean, we have only tipped the iceberg with the varieties that are included in this collection. I would love to have a whole hour just on that collection, but unfortunately, don't let me have a whole hour per plant.
I know, and we've only got about 9 minutes left in total anyway to get through some other things as well. We're whizzing through today. Let's talk about these. Now, I love these. I love the colours. They're so funky. What did I say to you? I said I like really modern things for my garden. And these are brilliant.
These are zingy and bright. And if you like growing things like runner beans, perfect. Flowering plants like sweet peas. If you've got any climbers that you like to grow, whether or not it's a honeysuckle, it could be clematis, whatever you grow in these, you could even grow tomatoes in these. You've got a lovely tall. Now I'm 5'6". So I would say this is about 5'4", 5'2".
Well, I'm 5'1", I've got heels
in old
on.
money, whatever that is in meters, but it's about 1.5 meters tall. So you've got a lovely height. If I stand in front of the dark one, you can probably see it better. But it has at the bottom, you've got the felt bag. Now, don't get confused thinking, well, it's felt, it's going to fall over the place, but it just means it's lightweight. It has a special liner that enables the plants to breathe and grow. So you place the compost in the bottom. You've got these really lovely colourful designs. So I've got the dark green here. Then there's a lime green next to it. Then a purple, and then a red. Now, I'm not sure which colour you like best, but I'm a purple freak.
Yes, I like the red.
I mean, they're all nice. Maybe, you know, you could have them for gifts to give to people or just for some fun growing them in your garden.
Yeah.
It is nice. I probably would raise them slightly up off the ground, put them on like an old crate, and you can go to the garden centres or even in the supermarkets and get some of their crates that they use for the potatoes and things, and just put one underneath. But really fun way, but I love the way that they're sturdy, tall, and you can keep reusing them. And they're zingy.
I know, they are zingy.
Planters.
I mean, they're going to bring instant colour to your garden before you've even got your plants in there. But they're really fun and
but
funky.
also for a balcony, you know, runner beans are one of the nicest things to pick and eat. They don't last in the supermarkets. Actually, they are a bit of a nuisance, you know, if you're trying to make canes and wigwams and things. This would be the perfect way to grow them. And they're really pretty. They produce red flowers. So maybe as a present, buy somebody some runner bean seeds, give them these, and it's even on a balcony.
Yeah. Yeah. Or sweet peas would look amazing as well, wouldn't they?
Sweet peas are so pretty. And again, they need something to climb up. And how pretty would that be in here, actually? Because they would complement the colour.
Yes, they would. Very nice. I love these. These are so clever. $12.99, a saving of 35% on these. I think they really are fabulous. And I love the colours. I love the pop of colour. You can give it instantly. I like the idea, if you're on the balcony, you can join in as well. You don't have to have huge, great, big gardens. Pick up the phone, give us a call, 09056 48 48 48, or go onto the website, which is www.idealworld.tv. I always say go onto the website because it's just easier, it's quicker. You can pop things into your basket and then you can check out. When you're on the website as well, you can find other things, and people have been finding this for us now. Now, this is fabulous. This is the Trug with felt. It's got a 50-litre capacity, $24.99. You are saving yourself £10 on this. Angela, people have been finding this on their own without us talking about it. What do you think is that they like about this?
Definitely, if I was growing those strawberries, I'd be popping them in there because they're going to be slug-free strawberries. So it's a great way of raising plants up off the ground, no bending down, no digging, easy to reach. But if you want to put trailing flowers in there, we've got some trailers in the show. You could put trailing flowers and they would just cascade over the sides. So really useful way. And once you've got one of these trugs, I have a feeling you'll come back in and get another, because when you realise how easy they are to put up and they raise your gardening up.
Yes, lovely. That is 339609. That is your item number. I like that. I like the idea of growing strawberries from there, seeing them trailing over. I'm shopping, you see. I'm actually shopping for myself.
Yeah, that is a great way to grow your strawberries. Really good. I mean, I am anti-slugs, so even though they do have some goodness.
Yes. Now this is great. $4.99. You're saving 50% on these. People are multi-ordering these, but why are they so good? I mean, the value for me is fantastic, but why so good?
Well, the first thing is you've got 40 pots here, and again, these are perfect for growing on seeds, young plants. I've got some young plants here. I've got some fuchsias here. So if I wanted to grow that fuchsia on, I could plant it in there. It has removable inserts with drainage holes in the bottom of the pot and in the bottom of the tray. That means that my plant can take in water from underneath, and in the bottom of the tray holds the water inside. It doesn't have any holes in the bottom, which means you can keep that on a windowsill. But you've got capillary matting. This is what the growers use. It holds on to the water. It keeps the water there, and then when you sit, so you can pour probably almost a pint of water in there. It will hold it.
Yes.
Sit your trays on top. The water circulates, which keeps moisture surrounding your young plants, and then they suck the water underneath, which is the grower's way of growing proper plants.
That's great.
Perfect system, easy to transport, and then once they are grown on, you can take those out into the garden, easy to carry them around, and reuse them year after year after year. And that capillary matting, just reuse it year after year.
After year, something you're going to have forever. I've bought these for 50p before, these little things. So already, the value amazing.
I really want to get going. So you know, get your young plants now, and you know, we've still got young plants in the show, which you could be getting these bedding plants.
Yeah, that would be £20 worth there, you know, if you bought them for 50p each, which I have done. I bought them for more as well. So there you are. Okay, if you would like to buy those, you can do so right now on our website, idealworld.tv. Now, something which you are loving so far are the lilies. Oh, these tree lilies. Now, these are gorgeous. Our lovely Angela was saying she gave them to a friend, and her friend had no idea that they are huge, great, big lilies. Her friend was thinking she'd done an amazing job with them, but actually they just do an amazing job by themselves because they grow massive and they're so strong and so tall. And you don't need to put any kind of, you know, stalk in there or anything. They just literally, or twig, you just need to literally grow them. So they're gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous varieties there as well. And you're getting a lot for your money. Bestseller for 2014, $19.99. A 20% saving. 297891 is your item number. Coming up next, another popular plant on the show today have been these deluxe pinks. 20 plug plants for £12.49, a saving of 50% there. 339337. They are absolutely gorgeous. And then we tickled your taste buds because the potatoes have been selling incredibly well. They are in the new growing system. It's been proven to work and give you more potatoes. Just fabulous, fabulous flavour. You could harvest them every 2 weeks if you wanted and get lots of great fresh produce for you and your family there, and lovely varieties as well. 3 different types of variety, and Charlotte has been proven to be one of the best items, best kind of potato for you. Okay, let's have a look at the next one as well. Very popular on the show, the hibiscus. Very popular, 306350, £15.18 there for 3 bare root varieties: sugared almonds, Turkish delight and mint cream. If you want to keep shopping after the hour, of course you can do. It's all there available for you on the website, idealworld.tv. But you're back actually in the next hour, aren't you?
I am. We're keeping the gardening growing.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Exactly. That's a nice word.
It's an exactling. It's a new word.
It's gone so fast.
It has gone so fast. We've got about 20 seconds left, Angela. Strawberries, why buy these?
They're irresistible. No, they're easy to grow. Get them planted now and have 3-4 years of strawberries in your garden. Amazing value.
For a fraction of the price, a 50% saving, £9.99. It's been a delight.
So nice.
It's been a delight.
And we'll have you again in the garden. I like Rachel in the garden.
Yes, so do I. I'm going to get out there.